plans for the bedroom are as follows. Now, we've shown before that we've done all the painting, but we've decided we're going to do a little bit more, but we wanted to live with it before we did too much to it. So we're going to paint around all these inside here, not the trims or the cupboards. Just paint all these bits around here, paint them all white, the cupboard and this, and we're going to do up the steps somehow as well. We haven't quite decided what we're going to do with them. But the big thing is, if Chris comes up this way, we're going to do, swap places. Swap. We're going to take this off. So we've emptied that, and all the original trims and things are there. So we think it should be as easy as take it off, paint it all. And then this is, the bed is on a wooden frame. And what we're planning to do is remove all of that, and then we're just going to get a normal double bed frame in here, which will probably go up that way. And then we're going to paint all this, and then possibly put a telly on there, and then probably do paint around the door as well at some point. And I think, is that it for the bedroom? Yeah. That's the plan for this job. Here we go then. So we're just going to take off the cupboard doors first and just start the process of making sure that we can take this out without damaging anything too much. Right, doors off, successful. Easy part of it. Now there's some wires in here, and this is from this little 12 volt, what's that for? Light switch, wasn't it?
Yeah.
But
we've fitted that.
We fitted this one. Don't know, which we'll have to take off. So we're going to try and take off all the other bits now. We have unveiled the trim, which is now loads of screws all in there. So we just can continue dismantling, see how much we can get off without breaking anything. A reenactment of the centrepiece coming out. We have a big hole. So we've got trim off there. So we're just now working through getting off as much as we can. Oh, another big bit off. Oh, it's very satisfying, this taking things apart.
Standing watch.
You won't let me near it.
That's a good reason for that.
Oh, that nearly hit me.
It's hit me.
Did it?
Yeah.
Ready to go, that middle bit, that's it. So what we're doing is we're keeping all these bits of trim, trying to get them off in one piece if possible, just in case we need them.
Yeah, I might be able to use them at the back here, we don't know.
So because we're going to have to make all that look nice under there. All you need is a good screwdriver.
Chisel.
Oh, have you got a chisel this time? Normally it's a little black screwdriver. That's done up most of the DIY on this boat. Yeah, that trusty screwdriver has done the roof, the gun holes, pretty much
many more things before it came on this
pretty
boat.
much the whole boat. Oh, it's coming. That's it. Oh, that's satisfying. We have a bigger hole.
So how's that, this? Hold on then.
Don't know. So the, oh, I was going to say the chisel's gone away and the screwdriver's come out, but the chisel's come out again. Well, that's one hole. Watch out for the light actually, because that's stuck to it, that, and the switch. Better have a look at these electric. Things took a quick turn. Here's a reenactment. Just pulled off. There's just that shelf bit to go now. This could be the final piece. Look at that. Oh, just the wires to pull through. I mean, like I say, we are going to put a telly on there, but that's 12 volts, so we have to work out.
12 volt telly.
Well, yeah, I suppose that's a possibility. No. Yeah, 2 more bits to come off, 3 more bits. Right, that's that bit off. Nearly there. It's a good job I didn't Hoover before we did this. All right, okay, hold on. 1 more to go. And then it's putting it all back together again. I've decided I want the cupboard back.
Yeah.
You're going to put it back on?
Pop it back on. Nothing, that's going to be going back on now.
Right, that's it, look, it's off.
Yeah.
Much better, much more room. So obviously all needs painting, we've got to put the trim in and everything. But yeah, job well done. It's made a really big difference to the space in the room, just removing this. The next job is remove the bed and see where we are and start painting. Next stage. Oh, it sounds a bit echoey. So we've removed everything from under the bed in the cupboards. Obviously we've taken that down, which is currently still in the bow, just in case we need to use any of those bits when we redo this area, putting the trim on. So today's vague plan is to take the bed frame out, because we're going to get a new bed. We're going to sand all these and get everything ready for painting, and if it goes well, then we might get our first coat of primer on. We shall see. But that is the plan. Oh, and paint the steps. There it goes.
It's first two.
First 2.
It's well put
Yeah,
together.
it is. It is well
apart
built.
from that,
Yeah, look at
I think
this.
somebody extended it and didn't do a very nice job.
Well, it works though.
Yeah, the basic construction.
The bed just isn't big enough. Right, let's crack on. Right, first big bit off. There you go, that's satisfying. I'll have to see if we can use that for something.
No.
We have all the tools out. Chris is trying, this is like super screws, aren't they? You always get it, don't matter what DIY you do, you get super screws. So we managed to take everything out, well Chris has, taken up the trim and everything, because I've realised that there isn't this wood underneath the bed. So we've decided we're going to have to take out the laminate flooring that's underneath as well. So we're still in demolition phase. That hole down there is from where it used to have a pump out toilet. So we're going to try and sort of do something with that as well. Right, time for coffee. Yeah. We are currently in discussion because we're thinking about ripping out all the wardrobes, the steps, the cupboards, because we don't, I don't know, it just don't work and we want it to look modern.
Well, I want to fit a full-size bed in. And it's...
Yeah, so I'll whiz you around. Yeah, so this is what we've got currently. Now, we only ever store shoes we don't really need in there anyway.
They're not that nice.
No,
they,
and
know?
I don't know, it's just not...
I mean, look at it, it's not...
Yeah.
It's seen better days. I mean,
Yeah.
it is functional.
And
it's a shame to rip...
we don't really go out here anymore
No.
because we've got everything we need in the stern, and the headboard would possibly come to about there.
That's probably my only concern, that the headboard would cover those...
But we
doors
are
again.
on about changing the doors, so perhaps we could maybe
Well, you couldn't do that with that, really.
get some stable type
But
doors.
the thing
or
is, them
something.
doors are that low.
Yeah.
They're a nightmare to go in and out of anyway.
And to be honest, if you're thinking of like security and getting out of the boat, even if the bed came to here, you can still fully open the doors and climb out. Chris could chuck me out. an emergency. So I think we've probably made the executive decision to just rip it all out, which is not a decision we take lightly. It's taken us over 2 years to get to the point.
No, you know, it opens a can of worms.
Yeah,
really
it's
does.
always been a thing, hasn't it? You've said that you want to
keep the character of the boat.
Yeah, but it's our boat. We need to live in it, and it needs to work for our home. So
this is the only wall that hasn't got a doorway one side or the other where you could actually fit something against it. Everything else is too compromised.
Yeah, there's too many.
Because to put a double bed in here, you're not going to have enough room to walk up and down the side. You're going to be shuffling up and down. It's going to be a bit...
Yeah, we put that there. That was where the double bed would come to.
Yeah, this is
you would have that bit to walk up, which isn't enough. So I'm thinking, if we get rid of that, we can have a massive king-size bed in.
Yeah, and also, if we put the bed from there, the end of the bed will be there.
Yeah.
So when you come into the room, it will be like there.
Yeah.
You know, it's not going to work.
No,
it's not going to be practical.
And also, like in here, because it's on two, if you like, outside walls, it's not that it doesn't really get damp, but it's not...
a bit fusty.
It's not the ideal place for clothes.
It's not for modern living, is it?
No.
Really.
So we're thinking about doing that. Anyway, in a minute, you'll see what we've done. So, wish us luck. We have purchased, so noisy, new drill bits because the ones we had were awful. So now the proper dismantling begins. You'll notice all the doors have been taken out. We're trying to get these off in one bit so we can reuse them if we need to. I've got the top bit. That's it. Because
trim off the bottom on it.
If you take it over there and just show them what we're thinking with some of them.
Yeah, for stuff like this.
We've got that bit of trim there that's all bodged.
Well,
So, but that will fit all the way down in one piece, look. Instead of, just move it away, will you? Instead of all the bodged bits, look. There's all sorts of bits all up there and that's all broken. So that'll look a lot nicer. We had to switch the camera off to a bit of wrangling. Ta-da! We have uncovered another piece of wood, more nails and more screws.
Yeah, but this can get to the screws and hold it all on.
So now we can get to everything in there, look. You know, I said it's a bit foisty, a bit whatever in the bedroom cupboard. Well, these are the pipes, look, for what used to be the pump out. And look, because it's not all been sealed properly, that's what we're left with. Plus all of that, look, that's disgusting. So that's going to have to be looked at. It's another, obviously, job to do, but we want it right. Okay then. It's still... Just a bit of brute force. Let's get them out. Hey! So, this is where the water pump is, in there. That's the just ridiculous job someone has done when they cut out the...
they've been gone to so much trouble. Everything's really well made and then they've left that like that.
Taken all the pipes out, and if you see over time, that's all dribbled down, all that green, all the way down there, look. Well, it's lucky that we bought the plot. We're going to sort her out. That's another bit out. Wow. Let's get
Open a wood yard.
Yeah. So we're trying to keep... I'll let you do that. I've still got a bad shoulder. Look at that. I mean, how could you...
It's worse, looks worse than it is, to be
how
honest.
could you leave that? I'm going to get some gloves on.
So absolutely not done too much damage.
That could be things you don't want to touch because they're waste pipes.
Well, they were once, yeah.
Well, they were once, yeah.
WD-40 thing.
Yeah. So this is where we are so far. Nearly got the steps out, nearly got that out, nearly got that out. It's like a jigsaw puzzle of none of it comes out. Yeah, screws, rusty screws won't come out. There's all the water pipes. There's been something over time, perhaps, because some of that's a bit damp. So I'm really,
like a historic damp,
yeah.
isn't it, I think?
So I'm really glad we tackled it. You can smell that. I mean, look at it all. It's just a bit manky. It's not acceptable for a bedroom. So I'm glad we're tackling it now. End of day 1, and it didn't look good. We've stopped now. We've had enough. So we've done as much as we can. That's a big pile of wood which we are keeping to see all these bits. All them are going to have be sorted out. So we've kept all the wood, so we've got plenty to put back as we need it. And if you notice on here, look, you see that's been cut off there. So we'll have to do something with that. So there's a lot of faffy stuff that's going to be quite time consuming. Tomorrow's job are going to be take the cupboard out, take that out. We're thinking about keeping it, but actually I'll swing round to Chris. We're thinking of taking you're thinking of moving the water pump out.
Yeah. Easy.
So once once all the wood's gone, this will be the most accessible place.
Yeah, we could build a cupboard, make a little cupboard with the water pump in the bottom of it, a bit like that is.
Yeah.
We don't need to take up that much room.
Yeah.
It's only a little unit.
Yeah.
We push together fitting.
And then we can. So that's the water pump, look. Yeah. But we've also discovered, did I say this or not? I don't know if I have. That's a bit damp underneath there. If you look, that looks a little bit suspicious. So something's going to have to be done with that anyway. So it kind of makes sense that we move it to that end where it's more accessible, because this will be where the bed is. That's the current plan. And then we've got to look at sanding and sorting out this and these old waste pipes as well. Lots of sort of manky bits of wood, so there's lots to do.
It's all doable.
But yeah, we feel calm about it.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad we found it, to be honest.
Yeah.
There's stuff needed sorted
out. We don't like to think that something's going on in the boat that we don't know about in terms of water. Right, see you tomorrow. Morning. Day 2 of bedroom renovation. We've just popped up to have a chat in the office of Saltisford, and they're very kindly going to take the wood we don't need, which they can chop up for firewood, which is brilliant. So first job today is to get rid of all the wood we don't need, bearing in mind we need to keep some of these for like the trims, finishing that off. So, and then hopefully someone might be able might be able to make use of these proper doors. We'll see. Nearly end of day 2 update. So cupboard has been removed from up there. Socket will need refixing once we've finished. That's all been taken out, look. We've got a nice tub of wood for doing all the replacement bits, so hopefully we'll have enough. Part of that is the bed frame that we've taken apart, which if we don't use we'll probably chop up and use as kindling, see if we need it for anything else. And that's it really, just tidied up today and got it to a state where we can work on it.
So, first drama of the day. I woke up this morning to water pouring out of this pipe that we exposed, which used to be used for the pump out, running down the woodwork, running down across the floor and collecting over there where all my tools are, which panicked me a little bit. So what I've done, I've drilled a hole in the floor, an inspection hole, just to have a look and see if there's any water collecting down there. And there doesn't seem to be anything down there at all. It looks really good, to be honest. Not even any rust, so I'm pleased with that. So now I can crack on with the actual job in hand, which is trying to blend these different surfaces together. I've got bare wood, varnish wood, painted wood, and basically I want to sand them all back and paint everything white, I think. So I've started over here, which I think is probably the worst bit out of it, and it's sanded the paint back quite well. But the trouble is there's been furniture previously fitted to the wall and that's left a scar, so I'm going to have to fill that. I think for the first attempt it's not a bad finish. We'll see how we get on. So here's another part of the job. This is the outside of the pipes that have been leaking water and L-SAM fluid and God knows what down the inside wall in the bedroom. So I've managed to undo the screws and remove them, and if you look in there you can probably see the inside walling into the bedroom. They actually don't look too bad, so I think a good clean up, bit of an angle grinder session and a bit of filler and some paint and some new gaskets, I think we'll go away with that. So here we go, look, they've been removed. You can actually see how thick the steel of the boat is, which is very thick, and it looks a lot worse than it is. With a good clean up, this can be sorted out. Okay, so the tool of choice today is the angle grinder. Not just for me, for everybody. You won't be having a lie in, that's for sure. It's come up alright. Once it's been rust treated and a bit of paint on there, it's going to look decent. And it's going to seal, more importantly, and not leak water into the boat. So there we go. Right, update on the leaking nozzles. I think it's probably the correct word. All the parts are cleaned up, not ready. And I think what the person didn't realise, who just cut all the pipes inside, is that this one, and if you can see through there, it's just got an air hole in the top. So obviously the water's just been pouring straight through that, for God knows how long, and straight down into there. So I've found a little rubber noggin that I could shove in the end. Got a Claire's hairdryer back out. It's been a while since I've used one of them. Let's see how it goes. There's the hole from the other side, so you get an idea now of what I was just doing. It doesn't look very nice, to be honest, but there's nothing I can do about that. Right then, quick update on this area right here. I've had to put some rust remedy on and put some red oxide on and dry it with Claire's hairdryer, because it's like 4 degrees out here and tomorrow's torrential rain and there's been water leaking through in the night, so it's turned into a bit of an emergency job. But it's going okay, it's drying it. I've got the fill-in nozzles all cleaned up, ready to go back in with some silicone on, and then when the weather improves I'll do it properly, filler it, paint it and make it look nice. So here we go, job done for now. It's not the prettiest, but it will be better when I get round to doing it properly when the weather changes a bit. Obviously I've got silicone all over my hands and now all over the phone and all over my best clothes because I didn't get it changed. So that's just the way it goes, boat life. Yeah, but should do the job. So when I talk about scarring on the wall, this is the kind of thing I'm talking about. You see where something's been fitted to the wall, but it's also been glued to the wall. And basically when you remove it, it's torn off a piece of the board. So that all has to be filled, sanded. You know, if you want to get anything like a nice finish, like I did on this side, it's a lot of work. So let's see how we get on with that. So here we are, look. This wall, I'll give it a bit of preparation, we'll see what it comes out like. It's more of an experiment than a final finish, but if this looks okay, at least I know what to do with the rest of the room. So I'm just going to pop a bit of primer on it and see what it looks like. So there's the first bits of filler I've put on. And there's a lot of it, to be honest, because it's absolutely peppered with little holes and marks. So we'll let that dry back and see what it looks like. So it's day 2. I put another coat and undercoat on this this board here where it had the scarring, and I think it's come out quite nice. So once it gets a coat of gloss on the top of there, I think we'll be alright with that. So today I'm just going to try and blend the rest of these different finishes in together where cupboards and things used to be. We've got bare wood, you've got varnish, bare wood, paint, you've got that mess down there which I'm going to have to do something with. So yeah, let's see how we get on.